Okay, let's talk about duplicating a slide in your deck here. Okay, so if you want to duplicate a slide, here's the best way to do it. There's various different ways, but this is the way that I do it. And there's shortcuts you can use and everything else, but this just seems to be a quick and easy way for me to kind of get from one slide to the next. All right, depending on where you're at in your kind of like your slide views here, you might be in your normal view. Here, or you might be here in your slide sorter view, or you might be here in your reading view, which probably most likely you're probably not. So I'm going to exit out of there and get back to my regular view here. Now, my normal view, you can do it from here, right? If I'm right here on this part of the deck, I'm like, okay, I added my title, I got everything that I need. Now I want to add a new slide on this. What I'm going to do is come up here. I have a couple options. I can just hit this plus button right here. You can see it just adds a slide. If it just adds a slide from there and you're like, okay, well, now I need to change it to something different. Once you're on here, you can come up here to where it says layout, click on the layout and decide which kind of a layout do you want. Maybe I'm doing an agenda one next. So you can see when I clicked on agenda, it changed it to the agenda. All right. Now, this other thing pops up over here, gives you some design ideas. This is, if you're in Microsoft 365, it's going to pop those things open for you and give you some options to choose from. You don't have to choose this. What I usually do is I just kind of close that out right there by just hitting that X button. And then going from here by clicking inside here and adding your text. All right, maybe it is like, okay, here's the Big Friday talk. Right? That might be like what you decide to put in here. And then from here, I can decide, okay, I'm going to this is our first one. All right. It's hello. Right. And then I click in here and I'm going to say 2, second point, click in this one, might be agenda point 1. All right. And again here, 03, right. Agenda point 2. All right, and that's going to be your slide, and then you move on to the next. I'm like, okay, I need a new slide. I can click up here. There's drop-down menu. Say, okay, I'm going to choose from one of these here. Big statement, right? Big statement is going to be the next one. Again, to select your images, I'm going to have a different video that shows you how to add your own images on here. So just hold tight on this before you're like, oh my God, if I select that, how am I going to add an image? Very simple to do, okay? But this is kind of how you start to add slides from that point on. You can just, from here, if you want, you can, remember, just add the plus button, add a new slide. Once you get a new slide put in here, you can click up here in the layout and go, well, I don't want that layout. Maybe I want something different. Maybe I want this weighted right layout. Automatically, it switches for you, and then you can move on to a new slide at that point. If you want something different, you're like, no, I just want to start building my own type of my own agenda points on here, and I just want to kind of start from scratch. You can come down here, and inside this layout, when you scroll down, there's going to give you a few different more options. So it gives you the whole master theme layouts, okay? And then you can click a blank one here. A blank one just gives you a complete blank screen to choose from. Again, that little design ideas pops up on the side there if you want to do that. But that's how you start to add a new slide into your deck. You can do it from any view if you want. You can do it from here, from the slide sorter view here. If you're here, you're like, hey, I want to add a new slide. You can just click up here and just choose a slide. I'm going to do a section heading. As you can see, it does from there. Again, I can choose the layout and change the layout however I want, if I want a big statement on that side of it too. Now, if you want to start this template completely from scratch, all right, you want like, hey, I want to just, I don't want any of these. I don't want to have to try to go through all these slides and do all this stuff. All you have to do is click on one of these slides, hit Control A. It highlights all of your slides for you, and then you just have to hit the delete button. It deletes out your slides, okay? So now you have a clean slate. However, you still have the template, you still have the theme, you still have everything on here for you to use. You can just start going up here, new slide, title slide. And then if you want to change things, you can go to normal view and you can start to add your slides in as you want to go. Like, okay, I got my title slide. Well, I'm going to do a new slide. My next one's going to be my agenda point, and I'm going to use this agenda. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add another one. I'm going to have some points I'm going to talk about. So maybe I'm going to have a big stat after that. So I have a big statement or a big stats that I want to put into here. So you can add that into there. You can just continue to keep going through and building your slides as you want for yourself if you want to do that as well. Okay. In some of the next videos, I'm going to show you how to kind of start to work with the charts inside of the slides, and if you want to use the same charts that are in the theme and being able to go ahead and use that and then customize it to your needs.